Quin, I believe they scored 22 of their last 24 points just there in 7 minutes with Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. I mean, what do you do? Do you tip your cap to them? I mean, what's your reaction when you just kind of see two of the best players in the league go off like that?
I mean, I guess you look at the whole game and you say that your team really competed, played good defense, had some stretches where we didn't get back, but did that pretty well. And then you look at two of the best players in the game and you say that they made some unbelievable shots at a time, that were timely, and that's why they're who they are. And you have to. They set a great screen. Steph broke open. Rudy was not maybe at the point of the screen, but he was close. And KD's 7 feet tall, and he rose up, and he's playing like who he is. So you can search for answers, and often the answers were right in front of our bench, and those were two great players. And that's not to concede anything. I don't think that was our mindset, but it's just what happened. And you keep grinding. They don't make those shots all the time, but they make them a lot of times. And that's, again, why they're who they are, and that's why this team is such a good team and so difficult to beat. But to me, we played tonight. We played like, I think we're capable of playing from a energy and toughness and connectedness defensively. And sometimes you do everything you can do, and you get beat by someone that makes great plays and demonstrated why they're great players.
Quin, up until late, Steph seemed like he was struggling to shoot the ball, and Clay as well. Did you guys do anything different, or maybe just do things better, you feel like, that caused them trouble shooting?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of the same answer that I thought our crowd helped us, with some of our urgency, where we were able to get back better, and that usually means that those shots aren't quite as open, and they show that they don't have to be that open to make them. But I thought we executed better defensively, and thought there's always some things that they put so much pressure on you that you have breakdowns. But for the most part, it wasn't. There, you make a few little adjustments. For the most part, our guys just really dug in, and I can't say enough about how we competed. I can't say enough about, the team that beat us. They beat us, and I don't think there's any shame in that right now for our group. I would have liked to win the game. I would have liked to see a few of those shots not go in late. We're down 2 when Steph hit that one shot in front of our bench. So you're right there. I don't know that you can ask. I mean, you could wish you were up more or ahead, but that's where the game was, and we did what we could do to keep the game in that point, and they made the plays at the end of the game, and we'll go back and look at it and see if there's more we can do. There always is, but for right now, I just my mind is on our team and how we played and how good they were down the stretch and the way that they made plays to beat us.
Hey, Quin, Phil Barber, Santa Rosa Press Democrat. The Warriors didn't seem to be moving the ball as they do sometimes. They certainly didn't have as many assists as they have had some other games. Was that a point of discussion for you guys, and do you feel that you did some things to limit that?
Like I said, I think the first thing, if they're getting stuff in transition, they're usually unassisted threes and layups. So if you take some of that away, and we were able to, to dig in a little bit and try to work. And they don't make that easy either, but when you look at those statistics, usually those are things that are going to reflect that we played pretty good defensively. As far as the ball movement, they're so good at that. You try to limit that as best you can, but it's really a question of degrees with them as much as anything. But I thought tonight we played better than we did the first 2 games, and just didn't end the way we wanted.
when you think about how important Rodney and Joe Johnson were in the Clippers series, only 10 bench points tonight, tough shooting night for the bench. Well, what's changed in this series for those guys?
Well, sometimes, your opponent changes, and, the game changes. Sometimes it's, maybe there are things they're doing, I guess, that are making it harder on our guys. I think we miss some of what George does for those guys, although I thought Shelvin was really good tonight. So there's a lot, and then sometimes, what I've said with Rodney all along is just keep being aggressive and keep attacking and keep shooting, and the message is going to be the same. Nights like tonight, sometimes they stick with you and you remember them and they make you better, both individually and collectively for our group. So we can't hang in on any one or two guys or the bench. Our bench has been great, at various times, and tonight that was a tougher night.
You just mentioned your message to the team. What will that be now in the next day as you face an elimination game against the best team in the NBA?
I've always kind of tried to not settle in on that, quickly after a game, just because usually you're a little bit emotional, and it'll be good to look at the film, and there's certainly, I think tonight was that type of a game anyway, where you recognize how difficult, if you're down 3-0, how difficult it is to win a series. Like we understood that, and I think you saw some of that urgency tonight. I don't, for me, set aside 2-1, 0-3, whatever it is, and it's a singular game, and we've got to come to play, and our team's got a lot of pride, and let's play as well as we can. Let's take what we can from tonight, and try to play better and see where we end up. But I don't want to be too dramatic or too fatalistic. I think it's obvious when you're down 0-3 what's going on next game. Thanks, Coach. Okay.